Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Better run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick.
Good defense by Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Owen sets for the 2-2 pitch, and that's a fly ball into center field, going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams, and that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Better run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And Dunlap's smart and takes time and takes it quick. blocked.
Good
Stolen
defense
by
by
Courtney
Dunlap.
Morgan tipped it. Courtney steals it. She's got a 1v1. She goes after it, puts it up, and it's good.
Elbow, now to Ruff. Ruff against the 2-3 zone to Malco. 3 left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good, and Rochester up 23-21.
Mullen sets for the 2-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball into center field, going back.
The ball gets it up and over to Rowe. Rowe just puts it in for an easy 2.
Talk about the next 5 minutes after you score. Stone's taking a chance. The keeper's out. Look at this. Stone scores it from midfield.
Quick pitch to Deshaun Heckman, definitely being a major runner for the Vikings, and he's just going to show that speed. He's got one man to beat, and that'll be a great touchdown for the Viking.
For South Adams. And that is the game point. Serve goes out of bounds for Neal.
Heading into the second, most definitely. Eli for 3. He gets it.
Hand off to KCO. KCO gets in. It is touchdown.
Up with it. She's going to try a 3, and she'll get that.
They came in and stole the zebra out of the glass case and replaced it with a tiger. And a bunch of like bones and some blood in there to kind of make it like
Let her run through on the ball. Yes. And there's a goal, and she wasn't ready. And
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
I notice out of Northwood, and you're not going to see this kind of maturity, I guess, ball handling, defensive intensity until we get maybe to Northfield at the end of the season, and maybe even to Oak Hill in the sectional. I didn't think Northfield ever looked rattled, or Northwood ever looked rattled. I thought their ball handlers kept their head up, understood they had 5 seconds before they had to get rid of the ball instead of pretending it was a hot potato.
Right.
And if I were to take anything out of that game, I would hope to take that Northwood was a better ball handling team than we were, and they handled the pressure better than we. We applied it, they just handled it better.
And there's no doubt about that. I mean, we did push them out of their offense a bit, which they adapted to in the third quarter, obviously. I thought about changing things up defensively, but it was working so well. It's like, man, we just held them to 13. Why would I change it? Sure. And then we get the quick fouls, with Mo and Kennedy in the third quarter, and then we're without them. And they're clearly our leaders. And everybody knows that, and every team's going to prepare for that. Yeah. So we just got to learn to adapt. And what we challenge the kids with this week, the other kids, is you've got to be ready to step up for us. We can't just be a two-man team. I've challenged some of the kids that I feel like, we've got 3 or 4 solid kids, but we're trying to find that 5th person or that 5th piece that can fit based on scouting. And I've made it clear that that's going to fluctuate depending on the scouting. And so everybody's got to be ready to roll. We want to be 9 deep.
Sure.
We really do. I'd love to be, 10 deep if we could by the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you guys have to do tonight to win?
I think the keys are got to apply pressure again, without fouling. And I think we've got to be able to defend people on our own. Sure, I can make them run and jump and trap and do all those great things, but early I'm trying to teach them how do you defend your man and not look for help, So we're working on some of that, and we're going to apply a lot of pressure on them.
Lisa, does the game plan change now that you know that maybe their best shooter isn't going to be here tonight?
It really does, because we definitely had a game plan, and she's a good player. That's going to hurt them. They also have 2 posts that I think that can battle with our post players. I really expect him to go bigger against us, given we'll have at least two bigs on the floor at a time. But the thing that scares me about them is that they have a knack of being patient offensively, a lot better than we've seen in the past in Peru teams. So they're going to value every possession. They're going to make us work on defense. So we have to work without fouling. Offensively, we just got to push the ball. I'm not happy with our transitions. We're scoring against good teams. We're scoring less than 10 points in transition, and that's just not good enough for us.
You mentioned earlier in the interview about your health. How is your health tonight?
Tonight is a lot better. We had some kids that have been sick, come Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday kind of thing. We got them all on airborne and zinc and all that fun stuff. They're finally listening to me on that. So they're all excited when they say, hey, I feel better today.
Good.
So it's a good day.
Good. Okay, your 5 starters.
5 starters. Going to make a little shift today just simply because Peru is quick and has more guards than they have posts. So we're going with Mo Macy, Karina will start, and then Emma and Kennedy.
Okay. Lisa, thanks for your time. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Dave.
Lady Zebra head coach Lisa Fluger back with more of the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance pregame show after this on 92.1 WROI.
I am for the child. I'm for the child that has been abused or neglected. I'm for the child that has been moved from foster home to foster home. I'm for the child born addicted to drugs. You can't control where abused and neglected children come from, but you can help with where they end up. Lift up a child's voice, a child's life. Volunteer to be an advocate for a child in need of a voice. Call CASA of Fulton County to learn more.
Welcome back to the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance pregame show here on WROI. Peru Lady Tigers head coach David Weeks joins us. And Coach, you're 2-2 in the season. More importantly, you're 1-0 in the TRC, and that coming off a big win on Tuesday. But David, assess for me the first 4 of the season.
Well, we started out with Oak Hill, and that was a game that we competed for 13 minutes within 5 to 7 points, and we got 3 of our girls in foul trouble, and then kind of took us out of what we were trying to do defensively as far as how aggressive we like to play. And so they were able to take advantage of that and just continue to build their lead. And the girls, those 3 girls, of course, got into more foul trouble and had to take them out and put in some girls sooner than we wanted to. At that, that's point in the ball game being our first game out. So some of our bench players played more minutes than what we wanted to, being our first game of the year. But I was pleased with overall how the girls played hard, didn't quit, and they understood that, if we can keep ourselves, a lot of the fouls were, what we call silly fouls, or get fouls out of frustration.
First game fouls.
First game, so we talked about, how we need to control ourselves in different parts of the game, and so we go play Caston, and that was a good overall game for us, offensively and defensively, kept girls out of foul trouble. We're able to play some of our 7th, 8th, 9th girl a little more, give them a little more used to playing varsity basketball. So that was a nice win for us. And we go to Culver and just had a slow start. We missed 19 layups.
Oh.
So that's, definitely come back to bite you.
Yeah.
And they were able, we got Kelsey Kelly, I believe I was got in foul trouble, and she may have fouled out in that game. But we were down 13-14 going to the third quarter, and we came back and tied it by the end of the third quarter. But by then we was gassed. Our guards, Cortland Crow and Megan Sinkovics and Caitlin Mongosi, they played the whole game. And at this point in time, we're trying to find a rotation for them to get them out, to give them at least a minute or 2 rest. But I can't say enough about how hard they play and how they don't want to come out. So then we go into Whitco, where they come here, and it's a game where the first half was back and forth. We got up 6, and they tied us at halftime. We talked about, what got us to that point, what we need to do to not let it happen if we get up in the second half. And we were able to come out the second half and put together 2 good third and fourth quarters, and it's probably the best, definitely the best we've played to this point in the year, and maybe for the past couple of years in some aspects. But it's nice having Megan Sinkovics back. She didn't play it all last year. Angel Parkinson played it all last year. So it's good to have them back, but we're going to be without Megan Sinkovics tonight. She's gone on a youth group activity that's been planned beforehand. So, but our mindset is next girl up, and you got to be ready to play.
Sure.
And so we talked about the girls about that last night, and so that's where we're at right now, going into Rochester tonight.
Coach, talk to me about your leadership. I look at your roster and I see 112. So tell me what you're telling your juniors and your sophomores as they get ready for the season, as they're in the season. Who's leading the Lady Tigers?
Well, Angel is our only senior back, and like I said, she didn't play last year, so she's slowly understanding what's expected of being a captain and how you're supposed to lead others by example and the things we say and do. So she's kind of learned that slowly, every day in practice and in game situations. But with Harmony Stone, another one of our captains, has been playing varsity since halfway through her freshman year, and she's won that same kind of thing still, as a junior, as first-year captain, and trying to understand responsibility of what that title represents and how you're selected by your peers, because they respect you as a player and as a leader, but as coaches, we have a lot to say in that too. So, I meet with the captains regularly and make sure we're on the same page and any issues we need to talk about. And then Kayla Mongosa, she's a junior as well. This is her first year really playing quality varsity minutes. Last year she played, maybe 4 or 5 minutes a game as a varsity player. So they're still kind of growing in that role of what's expected of them as a leader. And another one is Cortland Crow, who's not a captain, but yet she played last year as a freshman and is just a good voice. Also, we ask anybody else anything they need to say or share, and she's always got something to say. So she's another one that she may not have the title as captain, but I think all of us can be captains and leaders at some point, and also lead others. So it's going to be a process throughout the season, and they're going to learn that what's expected of them in that position, and as we progress throughout the year.
Like I say, you're 2-2, you're 1-0, you open your TRC conference play, the TRC portion of the conference on Tuesday, bounce right back tonight with Rochester on Thursday. Coach, assess for me the Lady Zebras.
Okay, well, as you know, number 44 quite well. It's going to be no secret that she's going to be the one we're going to try to limit as many touches as she can possibly get. We feel that she's one that they try to go through a lot. So if we can take away anything that they want to do through that offensively, that's what we're going to try to, that's definitely number one on our scouting report. Then you have the rough girl, who I feel is a pretty good ball handler for Rochester and kind of facilitates, if you will, the offense, and kind of does a nice job dribbling and penetrating and dishing off. But I think when they run their 1-2-1-1 full court press, Musselman does a nice job being back in the paint on the other end. And when you break the press and you got her down there taking up the lane, so we've talked about how we need to attack that, and so we can score some points off that, because she does a nice job of taking away what teams are trying to finish on the other end. And I think the 12 and 14, the Brown and Isbell.
Isbell, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both can shoot from the outside. 54 is another tall girl in there who can,
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
JV, and I get her for a quarter to varsity, so she's going to be expected to play more minutes from us, so it's going to be interesting to see how she responds and plays for us tonight. And our big girl, Kelsey Kelly, won't be starting out for us and may miss first quarter, maybe part of the first half, some other issues that I felt we needed to take care of. So again, it's like I said before, it's kind of the next person up, ready to go. And one thing I can always say about these girls is they're going to, once they get on the floor, they're going to give us 100%, play hard. And we talked to Tiny Kelsey Kelly, we call her Tiny. Just when I put you in your mindset, you got to be focused and ready to go. And
Yeah.
so she will be. So, you kind of hate to have to do those things in a conference situation, but sometimes other things are more important that you got to deal with, discipline. So.
Absolutely. So what do you guys have to do tonight to win?
Well, we got to definitely, like I said, we got to limit 44. How many touches she gets. We got to limit them to one shot. Offensively, we got to be patient. We got to finish, kind of like we did against Whitco. And we can't let them get us flustered in their full court press, and they do a nice job mixing up their zones as well. So we got to be able to read and react, see what they're in, and set up the stuff we need to run offensively to attack what they're doing.
Okay.
And, it's the game's a battle. We call each possession a battle, but the idea is to win the war. And you may win, you may win or lose, 4 or 5 battles in a row, but ultimate goal is to win the war in the end. And so there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be some, Rochester get off to a nice run, but we got to be able to, or we may get off to a run too, but, the idea is how you're going to respond to that. And if we get up, can we maintain that? We're going to let them back in like we did Whitco, and like you said, you mentioned about the fatigue issue is make sure we are getting our rotations and 7 enough so we don't have girls wearing out towards the end.
Right. Okay. Your 5 starters.
5 starters for tonight are going to be Cortland Crow and Kayla Mangos and Harmony Stones at the guards, and Angel Parks and Julia Weeks will be our forwards.
Okay. Well, David, thanks for your time. Best luck to you tonight. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Peru Lady Tigers head. We'll wrap this up real quick.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Back at Peru High School, time now for the starting lineups. First 3-2 and 2, 1-0. Peru Lady Tigers. At one guard will be a 5'6 sophomore, Cortland Crow. The second guard will be a 5'7 sophomore, Julia Weeks. And the third guard will be a 5'3 junior, Caitlin Mongosa. At one forward, a 5'7 junior, Harmony Stone. And the other forward will be a 6-foot senior, Angel Parks. If she's 6 foot, Kennedy is 6'5". Peru is coached by Mr. David Weeks. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, at one guard will be a 5'7 sophomore, Macy Brown. The other guard, a 5'6 senior, Morgan Rupp. At one forward, a 5'7 junior, Karina Peterson. The second forward, a 6'1 senior, Kennedy Musselman. And the third forward tonight for the Rochester Lady Zebras will be a 6-foot senior, Emma Dahlquist. Rochester coach by Miss Lisa Pfluger. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, come back with a tip from Peru on 92.1 WROI.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
As Rochester won it on a buzzer beater, 24-23, Sadie Brown led the Lady Zebras with 6. She also had the winning shot as the time expired. The Rochester Lady Zebras in their road grays with gold print, and we'll go left to right. I should say right to left on the radio dial. Emma Dahlquist will tip, and the Peru Tigers in their home whites. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. It'll be Parks and Dahlquist to jump center here to start the varsity contest in Rochester's opening TRC matchup. And the tip is controlled by Rochester. Dahlquist lobs it up for Musselman. Kennedy loses it. Then as a back, Kennedy has a loose ball, puts it up, foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And right away, Rochester didn't waste any time getting it down low on the blocks.
Wow, somebody put grease on that thing. Nobody really wanted to grab possession of it, so Kennedy at the line to shoot 2. 8 seconds into the game. The 6'1 senior on the way is short. She'll have one more. Well, that's par for the course usually.
Yeah, free throws haven't exactly been our friend this year.
Yeah, that's right. Kennedy's second on the way is no good off the side of the rim, and the rebound of Peru. Quick up for the Lady Tigers. Ball loose, picked up at the elbow. Outside to Crow. Now quickly to Stone. Stone top of the key to Mongosa, who gives left side to Parks. Parks hands off to Stone at the free throw line. Step back jumper over Dahlquist is good, and Peru strikes first. 2-0 Peru. 7:25 to play in the first quarter.
Rochester
Peru starts
another team with a height advantage.
What are we doing here? Looks like a boxing one to me, and Parks is on Kennedy.
Yeah, boxing. The one is on Musselman. That's kind of unusual.
Mo, top of the key, 3 straight away for the lead is good.
And that's how you take care of that. Start hitting some from outside.
Yep. Rochester up 3-2. With a minute gone in the first quarter, as Weeks gets it across the timeline to Stone, high on the right side against Dahlquist. Stone goes to the baseline, cut off by the double team, backs her way outside. Now top of the key to Mongosa. Mongosa dribbles to the right side. Now on the baseline, cut off by Macy Brown in the man-to-man defense. Over the top of the defense to Crow. And then Crow travels going to her right. Rochester going to get it back up by 1 with 6:40 to play in the first quarter.
All 3 of them went to the right corner. All 3 of them trying to look down low to Parks.
So Rochester the basketball coming to our left. Ruff through the center circle, top of the key. Box and 1. Muscle being chased. Dahlquist to Peterson, top to Mo. Ruff dribbles to her right side on the right wing. Back to Peterson, just inside the arc. She travels going to the basket, no call. Throws up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound. Down low to Macy Brown. Has it taken away by Mongosa. Now Musselman steals it. Kennedy drives in the paint, and she's going to be fouled. Shot is good! Crow is holding the back of her head, yet to get up.
Yeah, when they put their hair back in a bun like that and then fall backwards, that really adds a little extra bang to the back of your head.
And you would know because you had a bun.
Sure,
you played.
Yeah.
So Kennedy at the line for one freebie to try to complete the the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
I'm just saying the floor's not hard enough, but you got to have a knot full of hair right back there too.
She stays in the game. Got up, stay in the game.
Yep.
Free throw by Kennedy is no good. She's 0 for 3. And the rebound to Peru. Mongosa now runs a point for the Lady Tigers. Across the timeline left against Peterson. Bounce pass out to Crow. Ball loose on the floor. Down low to a wide open Parks. She puts it up. No good. Gets her own rebound. The putback is no good. Dahlquist to the board. She clears the rough. Mo runs. 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. We're up by 3. Mo, coast to coast. She'll step back for 3 to the left. Elbow is no good. Good. Off the side of the rim and in. That's a disadvantage to being above the backboard up here.
Hard to see.
It is hard to see. Peru breaks the full court press. Parks with the basketball. Gives to Mongosa. Mongosa threads the needle down low. The pass is knocked out of bounds by Ruff. Came out of nowhere and knocked that ball out of bounds. So we'll stay with Peru baseline left. So Ruff has 6 of the 8 points. And Dahlquist comes up a little lame. Limping on that right ankle. And that's going to bring McKee into the game. Kenzie McKee, a 6-foot sophomore, enters, and Dahlquist with a small little limp comes out.
Yeah, she's got a brace on that right knee, and that's the leg she's limping on.
Mongosa looks to trigger it in baseline left. Looking, bounce pass down low to Stone, and Stone before the shot was fouled. We'll wait to see who that's going to be on.
I think it's Peterson.
I think you're right. So it'll be Peru basketball out of bounds baseline right, underneath their own basket. Mongosa will trigger it in again. Rochester up 8-2, 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Bounce pass into Crow on the right baseline. Now gives to Mongosa. Threads the needle. Ball loose. Picked up by Parks against a double team. And now we're going to have a reach and foul and Ruff. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester. I'm going to make that to Peru baseline right.
Little reach-in fouls like that are what Morgan needs to avoid.
Rochester fouls on 32. Morgan Ruff.
Peru gets the inbounds pass. Weeks has him on the right wing. Now top of the key to make that Stone. Dribbles to the left side. Now bounce pass left side to Mongosa. Rochester in a man-to-man defense. Mongosa on the pick and roll through the legs of Weeks. It was there, Brad. It was just not a very good pass.
Yep, they threw the ball down too low at her feet. It went through her legs, but yeah, she had the defense behind her. She had an open look at the basket.
5:10 to play. First quarter. Rochester up 8-2. Mo through the center circle. Now high on the left side to Peterson. Karina studies, gives in the corner to Macy Brown. She'll fire a 3 from the baseline. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound bottle full. Parks comes out of it for Peru and clears to Crow. Crow runs right side of the floor. Now backs it back out. Works against Morgan Ruff at the 3-point line. Crow against the defense. Works right side. Now in the corner to Mongosa. Mongosa against Brown.
Everything has been worked to the right side by Peru.
The 3 on the way for Peru is no good. And the only one that crashed the board was Parks. It'll make that Stone, and luckily she loses the handle, picked up by Rochester. Macy Brown, left baseline, wrap around pass to McKee. Her shot off the glass is no good. And the rebound to Peru and Stone.
It was a good pass by Brown. McKee just missed the layup.
Mongosa high on the left side. Rochester up 8-2. 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Now to Crow, right side to Stone. Fakes a shot, drives left, cut off at the free throw line. Outside to Mongosa, swings left to Crow. Crow around the defense at the free throw line. Outside to Stone. Stone against McKee. Step back, good defense by Kenzie McKee. Seems further block 2 weeks against Peterson. Throws up a tough shot, back out, no good. And the rebound to Musselman, who clears to Macy Brown. Macy runs left side of the floor. She stops behind the 3-point line and now gives to Ruff, who sets up the offense top of the key.
Ruff has already hit 2 3-pointers in this first quarter.
They're going to be there if they keep running that box of one on Kennedy.
They're giving Morgan 3-4 feet on defense. She could shoot a 3 by any time she touches the ball.
Peterson has her pass, fortunately knocked out of bounds by Peru. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left, and Dahlquist back into the game for the Lady Zebras. It'll be Rochester basketball baseline left.
I was thinking at the last trip down the floor, you got a lady that's just nailed 2 3-pointers, and you got nobody in her face out top whenever she catches it.
You're right. Brown, 3-pointer, left baseline, off the back of the rim, no good. Peru with the rebound. Mongosa rips and runs for the Lady Tigers. Feeds ahead to Stone. Stone, got away with the carry there. Works against Dahlquist. Now top of the key, is going to throw it
away.
Out of bounds. It'll go back to Rochester. 3:22 to play in the first quarter. 8-2 Rochester. Has not been crisp by either team. Ruff will walk it just right of the center circle. Now we'll set up shop top of the key. Now to Brown. Swings left side to Dahlquist. Dahlquist, one dribble. Now in the corner to Ruff. Law pass to Musselman. Kennedy backs her way in. No good. Gets a roll rebound. The putback is good. That's how we pad a stat. And now Coach Weeks will use a timeout. It will be a 30. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
.302 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 10-2. And after the Lady Tiger timeout, they'll have the basketball going to all right. Brad Thomas on David Musselman, and the Lady Zebras will set up now in a 1-3-1 half-court trap. Ball gets across the timeline to Mongosa. Mongosa runs away from the defense, throws up a 10-footer, and it goes in. 10-4, Rochester, good buddy. Rough through the center circle. Top of the key. Peru in a 2-3 zone, but most of the girls below the free throw line. Dahlquist, right corner to Ruff. Ruff back to Dahlquist in the left wing. Dahlquist drives it right, backs away to the free throw line, out to Ruff. Now high on the right side to Brown, back to Ruff, swings left side to Peterson. Peterson being patient, now to Brown, feeds down low to Musselman. Kennedy gets a double team, kicks it out to Moe, drives it right, jump stop, now to Dahlquist at the free throw line. Her jumper from the elbow is no good, and the rebound of the Tigers.
Peru doing a pretty good job of limiting Rochester to one shot, which is what Coach Meeks talked about in the pregame.
But I thought we were really patient there. I like that possession. Stone throws a shot up, no good, and the rebound to Peterson. Peterson clears to Ruff. Rochester runs up by 6. Under 2 to play in the first quarter to Maxie Brown. Brown to the baseline, cut off by the defense. Now gives high on the right side to Ruff. Now to Musselman. Kennedy, 3 straight away for the Lady Zebras is off the mark, no good, and out of bounds. I don't know if I have a problem with that either. They're not going to chase you out there.
Yep, she was open.
I see P.J. Hatcher in the stands. He's the mechanic hall coach, and he just was kind of rubbing his head thinking, how are we going to defend that if she ever starts hitting? Right. So it'll be Peru basketball. Rochester by 6, 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. Crow pushes off, and she's going to get whistled for it.
I'm not sure the push-off is what caused Peterson to fall down. She kind of stepped on her own shoestring.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought Crow stepped on her foot.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe
it looked worse than it was, for sure. Mow the basketball through the center circle. 3-3 zone.
The foul was there. She did push off, but
Peterson high on the right side to Ruff. Law pass back door to Brown. Macy under the basket, throws up a tough shot, no good. Dahlquist with the rebound, and her shot is partially blocked, putting it back up, and Peru with the rebound. Crow runs for the Lady Tigers. Rochester by 6, 1:22 to play in the first quarter. Stone fought about a 3, passes up, runs around the defense, throws up a toss shot over Brown, no good. Musselman climbs the back of Peru, grabs the rebound, hands off to Ruff. Peru will make that Rochester with the numbers. Ruff coast to coast, throws up a shot, no good, but a foul coming on Peru. That's going to send Ruff to the line to shoot 2.
That foul's coming against Stone. That'll be her first, team third. Ruff she had the lane all the way from midcourt all the way to the basket. Stone turned at the last second. Ruff kind of turned her back to the basket to take the foul and kind of gave up on the layup.
Yeah. So Ruff at the line to shoot 2. First one for the senior is nope. Rochester's 0 for 4
from the line right now.
Megan Nile in for the first time. Jenny Hisbell in for the first time for Rochester. Coming out is Dahlquist and Peterson. 1:07 to play, first quarter. Rochester by 6. Ruff at the line for one more for the Lady Zebras. The senior eyes the second one, lets it fly, and this one is good. 1 of 5 are the Lady Zebras from the free throw line, and their lead now is 7. Stone around the defense, goes to the baseline, back jumper on the way off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound by Peru, and a block by Musselman. Get her out of here! Picked up by Nile. Nile from Ruff. Ruff has her pass knocked away to Mongosa. Mongosa for Peru Tigers will go in for the right-handed layup. It is no good. The rebound for Peru is taken away by Nile. It's being tipped around and is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Tigers.
Nice
37.8.
Yeah, nice job by Megan Nile. It was Mongosa got the rebound, but she couldn't get the ball up off her hip because Nile kept knocking it back down.
32 seconds to play, first quarter. Rochester by 7, 11-4. Ruff dribbles in the center circle. There, she's going to make that 2-3 zone extend to her if they want the basketball to move towards the basket. Ruff against the 2-3 zone, backs it out, still no count. We're down to 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Mo stands at the timeline, now gives to Brown with 17, now back to Ruff with 15. Mo now starts the offense in motion with 12, loses the handle, ball loose on the floor. We're going to have I believe we're going to have a foul on Ruff, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
10.8 to play in the first quarter. Peru's going to look for the final shot of the period, down by 7. Here at Peru High School, and Megan Nile will Sierra Weathers will come into the game, and Ruff will sit down with 2 fouls.
That hurt right there. She got a cheap reach-in foul early in the quarter, and another one right there.
Crow top of the key with 5. Right side to Stone with 6, and she dribbles it off her foot, actually off the foot of the Lady Zebras and out of bounds. It'll stay with Peru on the near sideline, going to our right with 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Stone will look to trigger it in. Stone gets it into Crow. Crow with 3. Feeds down Luna Parks. Throws up a tough shot. No good. Isbell with the rebound, and that'll do it. After 1, Rochester leads 11-4. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp.
So Peru starts the second quarter of the basketball going to our right.
You drama? I can't believe
it. No, I don't have drama. Stone around the defense, pulls it back outside, now gives Crow top of the key against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Stone against the double team. Dribbles the left a couple of times, cross court to Crow, just inside the arc, jumpers in and out, no good. Macy Brown whips the board. Macy rips and runs. Macy right side of the floor, hesitates, now gives the Weathers in the baseline. Now to Isbell, her 10-footer is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, and Nile comes out of there with it. Megan Nile with the basketball. We'll work it to the center circle and set up shot for the Lady Zebras. I don't know what Peru's running here. What are we running? The 2-1-2?
2-1-2, what it looks like, yeah.
End of the game is Kelsey Kelly, and she'll give Peru some much-needed size inside. Macy Brown shoots the ball, no good. The rebound to Peru, Kelly, and she gives up to Crow. Rochester by 7. Under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Stone around the defense. Kennedy Musselman jumps into her, no call. And now we're going to have a kick on Nile. I'm not sure how Kennedy got away with not fouling there, but
yeah.
6:57 to play in the first half. Rochester by 7. Peru basketball baseline left. Crow travels on her shot, no good. The rebound fought for. Stone comes out of there with it. She pulls it back down, throws up a set shot, no good. Peru's rebound is no good, and Musselman grabs the board. Kennedy travels, no call, gives a Nile out of Brown. Kennedy's, she's got some happy feet tonight. She's traveled about 3 times and no call.
Right now, Rochester with nobody in the paint.
Weathers to Brown. Macy, 3, left corner is good. Rochester now up by 10 at 14-4.
It's the third three-pointer.
We need 12 to keep shooting.
Yeah, we do.
Right side of Mongosen, she travels on the drive. Rochester going to get it back.
That's the 6th turnover now for Peru.
And compared to?
2 on Rochester.
So Morgan Ruff still on the bench with 2 personal fouls. She probably will stay there as long as this lead holds.
So I think Peru's, content to give Rochester that outside shot. Brown and Isbell could have a heyday.
Well, we've seen Jenny hit some.
Yeah.
And now Rochester will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ladies Eagle Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself.
6:10 to play in the first half. Rochester up 14-4. And after the Rochester timeout, Lady Zebras have the basketball. Weathers works to the left wing. Now to Musselman. Oh, heavens. Kennedy's going to chuck it about 5 feet behind the three-point line. Macy Brown has it now out of Nile. Whew, she just about drugged that pivot foot. Now to Weathers. To Isbell. Back to Nile, top of the key. Megan saves him going into the backcourt, and she gives off to Macy Brown. Macy in the corner to Isbell, just inside the arc. Her jumper is no good. And the rebound to Macy Brown, and we're going to have it knocked out of bounds by the Lady Zebras, and it'll go back to Peru. I think if there's not a collision on the baseline, Macy has that rebound.
Yep, Brown gets called for the foul. That's her first.
No. Oh, it was a foul. Are you kidding me? Kennedy and Macy ran into each other. There wasn't even a white jersey in sight. Peru has it nonetheless. Mongosa high on the right side. Rochester by 10, 5.5 to play in the first half. Stone for three, left wing. Draws nothing but air and out of bounds. We're going to go back to Rochester. Emily Bailey coming up at halftime. Talking about the JV win tonight. It wasn't pretty, but it's a win.
The only pretty thing about it was that last play of the game.
That's right.
What, two passes to go full court, and then back in by...
And I found out that Eleni Schroff drew up that play.
Yeah, there you go, see?
I said no because there wasn't any tackling involved. Brown with the basketball. On the right wing. Dribbles around the defense. Now steps back against a triple team. Now to Sierra Weathers on the right wing. Back to Nile. Just inside the arc. Long jumper from the seniors. Good! Rochester now up by 12 at 16-4. Crow dribbles away through traffic. Gives down low. Ball loose on the floor. Brown tips it away. Parks picks it up on a block. Kicks it out to Stone. Stone over the defense to Crow. Crow with the right elbow. Throws up a tough shot. Draws nothing but air again. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go back to Rochester. And Coach Weeks is going to go to his bench and send in
Wenger.
Wenger. And coming out of Stone. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 4.5 to play first half. Rochester up 16-14. Brown to the basketball. Dribbles into the double team. Outside to Weathers. Now in the corner to Isbell. Isbell looking for Kennedy in the box. Can't find her. Now to Ruff. Make that to Brown. And we're going to have a foul down low on Peru, I believe.
That'll be Crow's second. She knocked Musselman to the floor.
So be out of bounds to Rochester, baseline right. 4:25 to play in the first half. Rochester by 12 at 16-4, and Kenzie McKee back into the game, and Musselman to sit. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens now defensively. You know, Peru's been packing it in. What happens now that Musselman's out of the game? Brown in the left corner. Dribbles away from the defense. Now in the paint. Pull up jumper from 10 feet is no good. Rebound fall for. Going to be last touch by McKee. Out of bounds. We go back to Peru.
Peru hasn't been able to establish anything down low in the paint at the other end of the floor. Rochester defensively, Musselman and Dahlquist have done a really good job in the paint.
Mongosa outside to Weeks. Weeks travels, no call. Now right side, this ball's taken away, actually tied up. They go back to Rochester on another Peru turnover.
McKee doing a good job of tying the basketball up.
4:08 to play first half. Rochester up 16-4. And Rochester with the basketball going to our left. Macy Brown runs a point, still against that 2-1-2, 2-3. Sierra Weathers left wing. Back to top to Macy Brown. Macy, one dribble to her right, gives Nile high on the right side. Megan Nile in the corner to Isbell. Isbell back to Nile high on the right side to Brown. Three straight away from Macy Brown is off the rim, no good. Rebound fall for it, tipped out of bounds by Rochester, and it'll go back to Peru.
That's a good shot by Brown.
Yep, got to keep taking that.
She needs to keep, exactly. She needs to keep taking it.
3:45 to play in the first.
You're going to leave me open at the top of the key, I'm going to hurt you.
Rochester now in a 2-3 zone. Mongosa no look pass to Weeks, high on the left side. Weeks one dribble to her left. And then back door to Mongosa. The layup is good. Nice look by Kelly to Mongosa. And that ends Peru's long drought. Val's not up here, so I have no idea what the drought was, but it was long.
Every bit of 8 minutes, probably. Middle of the first quarter to the middle of the second.
McKee in the paint, ball loose, picked up by Peru. Weeks down to Mongosa. 10-point lead for the Lady Zebras. 3:10 to play in the first half. 2-3 zone, extended to the volleyball line, right side to Wegner. Now top to Weeks. Weeks couple of dribbles to her right. Now to Mongosa. Now to Kelly. Kelly back to Regner. Now quickly down low to Parks. Parks backs her way in, throws up a tough shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, ball loose on the floor. McKee comes out of there with it. Now gives the head to Nile. Rochester runs up by 10. Now to Weathers, overthrows her, and picked up by Peru. Mongosa brings it up the floor for the Lady Tigers, down by 10. Outside to Weeks, couple of dribbles to her right, now in the corner to Mongosa. Feeds down low to Parks, turnaround jumper over McKee is good. 16-8.
Parks gets her first points of the game with Musselman on the bench.
Yeah, Musselman and Dahlquist check in next opportunity. 2:15 to play in the first half. Rochester by 8. Weathers high on the left side. Back to Brown. Stands between the rings, maybe just off to the right side. Back to Weathers, now in the left corner to Isbell. He's down low to McKee. Off her hands again, and ball, Rochester turns it over again.
3 straight turnovers for Rochester.
Mongosa through the center circle. Wagner high on the right side. Mongosa left side to Weeks, just inside the 3-point line, back to Mongosa. Back to Weeks, 15-foot jumper, passes it up, gives to Kelly, jumper from the free throw line goes. And all of a sudden that lead is down to 6 with 100 seconds to play in the first half. Macy Brown walks it up the floor, now crosses the center circle with 92. Brown drives it right hard, down low to Nile. Nile in the paint, and now we're going to have a double dribble.
Another turnover.
So Dahlquist and Musselman back in, Ruff coming back in as well, and so is Stone for Peru.
That's 4 trips down the floor and 4 turnovers for the Lady Z's.
Minute 27 to play in the first half. Rochester by 6, and now we'll turn up the pressure just a fuzz. Stone will look to get it in against a full court press. Bounce pass to Mongosa. Mongosa works to the right side. Here comes a double team. Splits the double team through the center circle. Mongosa. Ball pat knocked away down low. And Musselman picks it up. Now Brown to the minute 15. Brown has her pass intercepted by Stone. Peru the other way.
Ruff's got to be really careful here not to pick up another foul.
65 seconds to play first half. Rochester by 6. High left side to Mongosa. To Kelly. Woo. Back to Weeks. Is it me or does Kelly travel every time she gets the ball?
Yeah, it's pretty close, yeah.
Stone cut off with the elbow. Now right on to Mongosa. She cannot dribble. Oh, she didn't. She passed it up to Stone with 48 seconds. Stone on the right elbow with 43. Good defense by the Lady Zebras. Ball tipped away. Picked up by Peru near the timeline. Mongosa with 38. Mongosa at the free throw line. To Weeks on the right side of 32. Down low to Parks. Her jumper no good. She gets her own rebound and put back no good. And the ball being tipped around, and Peru comes out of there with it, but we're going to have a foul coming against Kelly. That should send Musselman to the line. Is that 6?
That's her first, team 5th.
6th.
They got 6?
Yeah. 28 seconds to play, first half. Rochester by 6. Moe through the center circle with 21. Now to Brown with 20. Gives to Musselman. Now to Moe with 18. Back to Musselman, left wing with 15. To Moe with 14. Long 3 for the Lady Zebras is good as it rattles home.
She probably should have been shooting a free throw to go with it.
7 seconds. Rochester lead back to 9. Mongosa across the timeline to 3. Down low to Parks with 2. Parks kicks it back outside to Stone. Her jumper at the buzzer is no good. At halftime, Rochester leads 19-10. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. Contact Jenny's Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
back at Peru High School. We are at halftime. The Lady Zebras now leading 19-10. You can tell what happens when 3 of the 5 starters are out of the game. Things kind of go south a little bit, and I think everybody, Brad, I don't think it's any secret looking at Macy Brown to keep it close and maybe even to extend the lead. So she did a good job being the general on the floor when 3 of the seniors were on the bench.
When you take Musselman out of the middle, there's no reason for them to pack back.
Yeah.
And they came out and attacked the guards and the ball handlers at that point, which made it really tough. Rochester went through a stretch there where they turned the ball over 4 consecutive times.
Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Morgan Ruff leading all scorers right now with 10 points. She had 2 3-pointers early in the first quarter. She comes back in with about 1:12 left in the second quarter and hits another 3.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and Rochester's able to stretch that lead back out. It got as close as, 6?
Yeah,
and then they stretched it back out to 9. And I would think here in the third quarter, if they can come out with some intensity, both teams kind of played a little flat, I thought, in that first half. Rochester could find some intensity here at halftime. They could probably open this up pretty quickly.
I totally agree. And if we could find a little bit of an inside game as well, open up a little bit. But like you said, that outside is going to, if we can start hitting outside, that's going to open things up a lot in the middle.
Parks and Kelly for Peru are really pounding on Kennedy down low and making it pretty tough on her. They ran that box and one with the one defender on Musselman, which is really unusual to see a box and one where they're defending the post player down low.
I honestly am not sure if I've ever seen that.
Well, I like the idea of when they went to that, we pulled Musselman out to the top of the key and used her as a swing man out at the front, and that I think helped open up Morgan on the corners and Macy on the corner, and Dahlquist was able to get some rebounds down low. So we'll see how Coach Pfluger draws it up here at halftime.
At the break, Rochester up 19-10. Emily Bailey, junior varsity coach, on her way to the
precipice?
Yeah, the crow's nest, I think. We'll see. We'll take a break. You're listening to the halftime show as Rochester up by 9, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
I am for the child. I'm for the child that has been abused or neglected. I'm for the child that has been moved from foster home to foster home. I'm for the child born addicted to drugs. You can't control where abused and neglected children come from, but you can help with where they end up. Lift up a child's voice, a child's life. Volunteer to be an advocate for a child in need of a voice. Call CASA of Fulton County to learn more.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. Over the past few years, RTC TV4 has produced over 1,800 local videos about you, your family, your friends, your neighbors. Now all of these videos are available at the click of a mouse on our website, rtc4.com. Log on today to see all of our great coverage of sporting events, school programs, public meetings, and more. RTC TV4 and rtc4.com. See for yourself.
Ready to play. That's one thing Coach Pfluger has done here for the first 5 or 6 games. She keeps them in there as long as she possibly can.
She may have to get herself a spotter out here to let her know when the clock is right.
Some locker rooms anymore have the game clock actually on the wall of the locker room.
Yeah.
So Peru will start the basketball. Rochester will start the original 5. Peterson, Ruff, Brown, Dahlquist, and Musselman. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
Defensively, Rochester's starting 5 has done pretty good keeping Peru away from the paint. Peru's been getting some open looks, but they're not getting good shots.
1-2-2, half-court trap. Margosa runs away from it, goes in the corner, picks the dribble up, throws cross-court to Crow. Crow in the paint, kicks it out. Oh, we're going to travel, yep.
Some 9th turnover.
Nope, make that Stone travel. No pressure. I mean, there wasn't anybody within 10 feet of her.
Nope.
So Rochester has the ball. First time in the second half, up by 9. 2-3 zone with the Lady Tigers. Right side to Peterson, now to Ruff. Mo works down low to Macy Brown. And Macy bounce pass to Musselman. Kennedy loses it, gets it back, gives it to Ruff, and make that to Brown. 15-footer, no good. Rebound is going to be tipped out of bounds by Dahlquist. It'll go back to Rochester. I'm sorry, Peru. Lady Zebras up by 9.
One thing Peru's really doing is they're making sure they've got a body on somebody every time a ball goes up.
I stand to correct it. Stone, I'll tell you that in a minute. Down low, the jumper is no good. Musselman clears the board. Hands off to Ruff. Jake Ruff has just let me know the last year Winamac ran a boxing one on Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
It must have worked so well, I forgot. Dahlquist shot no good off the side of the backboard, kicks it out to Brown. Now top of the key to Ruff. 3 straight away for the Lady Zebras on the way, no good. And the rebound fought forward. Dahlquist comes out of there with it and gives the Ruff, and Rochester resets. Ruff top of the key, works against a 2-3 zone, splits a double team, jump past to Musselman. Kennedy on the paint, put it up off the glass and good. Nice look by Ruff, which happens when you split the top of that 2-3 zone. Usually the 3 that are left comes up to stop the drive.
Yeah. They were able to get the ball down low behind the defense.
Oh, Mongosa traveled again, no call. Wrap around pass to Kelly. Jumper over to Musselman is short. Dahlquist on the board. Hands off to Ruff. Rochester runs up by 11. Down low to Peterson. Right-handed layup. No good. Musselman with the rebound. She puts it up. It is no good. Dahlquist on the board. Peterson on the board. No good. A lot of contact. Ball loose in the floor. Peru somehow comes out of there with the basketball. Now gives to Stone. Stone against Ruff. Left-handed layup on the way is no good. And Brown to the rebound.
I'm amazed that Kelly is still in the ballgame. I thought she's fouled each time down the floor the last couple of times.
Ruff's pass to Musselman is knocked away by Parks. It'll stay with Rochester baseline left. I'm not sure how nobody is fouling it.
Yeah, a lot of banging going on.
Yeah. 21-10 Rochester. Under 6 to play in the first half. Bounce pass into Ruff. Mo on the left wing now brings the top of the key and sets up the shop against 2-3 zone. Ruff in the center circle, now between the rings. Backs it out to the volleyball line. They're going to extend that zone now to Macy Brown. Down low to Dahlquist. Emma, jumper, tough one off the glass is no good. And the rebound to Kelly. Kelly clears to Mongosa and Peru runs. Now ahead to Stone. Stone kicks it outside to Crow. Crow against Ruff. One dribble to her left, picks up the dribble. Cross court pass to Mongosa. Mongosa bounce pass top of the key to Stone. Long jumper from 2 is good. 21-12 Rochester. 5:20 to play in the third quarter. Morgan takes her time bringing it up the floor, gives him the wing to Brown.
A little more ball pressure by Peru.
3 for Ruff, right side, off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Peru. The Tigers have the break. 3-on-1 break. Crow loses the basketball out of bounds, and it will stay with Rochester. Last touch, they say, by Ruff, and Ruff's like, hey, I didn't touch it. And the official was standing right there, not like he was trailing. So he saw it plain as day. Mongosa has an inbounds pass taken away by Ruff. Mo runs. Mo right side of the floor for Rochester. Now in the corner to Peterson. She drives the baseline down Brown Parks. Throws up a shot. No good. A lot of contact. No foul. Peterson's put back. No good. Dahlquist with the rebound. Gives to Brown now. Now to Musselman. Left wing 3 on the way for the seniors. Good!
9 now for Musselman.
Woo! Timeout. Peru with the 60. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester. Simplify your banking with a Simply Free checking account from First Federal Savings Bank.
All it takes is a $50 opening deposit. There's no minimum balance requirement and no service fees.
For a limited time, you'll also receive a free gift just for opening a checking account.
And with Instant Issue, we can give you a debit card when you open your account, giving you immediate access to your funds.
Simply Free checking from First Federal Savings Bank, a simpler way to bank.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
4:40 to play in the third quarter. Rochester out now by 12, which matches their biggest lead of the evening at 24-12. Half-court trap. Crow has the basketball against the trap in the corner. Crow around the defense, and I believe Peterson's going to pick up her second foul tonight.
Yeah. Good job. She just got to get her foot to the baseline quicker. Crow was able to get around her.
4.5 to play in the third. Peru basketball baseline left. Mongosa looks to get it in. Baseball pass in to Crow around the defense in the paint. Throws up a shot over Dahlquist. No good. The rebound fall for it. Peru loses it. Dahlquist has it. Now gives to Ruff. Rochester runs ahead to Macy Brown. Brown around the defense. Tries to feed it in to Peterson. Just on her fingertips and out of bounds. We go back to Peru. Good idea.
Yeah, it was. Just a little bit more kind of a bad angle.
Yeah, right. 24-12 Rochester. 15 to play in the third.
Dahlquist at the point of the defense for Rochester.
Crow around Musselman and Kennedy. Come on.
And catch her with the hip. That's her first.
Yeah, if you can't stop her, knock her down. 4:13 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 12. It'll be Peru basketball out of bounds baseline right. It's Rochester's second team foul of the second half. Crow looks to get it in. Does so to Parks. Sends the left wing to Stone. Now top of the key to Mongosa. Mongosa swings left side. Ball loose. Ball still loose.
Almost stolen by
Peru. Down low to Kelly. Her jump on the way is no good, but Dahlquist going to pick up a foul. That's going to send Kelsey Kelly to the line to shoot two. As I thought make that rough had the strip and run, but the ball trickled in between her legs and Peru right there to pick it up.
Dahlquist picks up her first, team third.
So Kelly at the line to shoot.
These are the first Peru free throws of the ball game.
First one thrown at the basket, no good. She'll have one more. 24-12, Rochester by 12 with 4:03 to play in the third quarter. Kelly with one more for the Lady Tigers. The sophomore eyes the shot. Right-handed free throw rattles in, and she hits one of two.
Rochester's missed more free throws than Peru's taken in this ball game.
Mr. Optimistic, I love it. 2-3 zone. Ruff works the right side, gets a double screen. Now back to Musselman, top of the key. Kennedy wants to shoot that three so bad because she just had one go down. Passes it up, ball loose on the floor. Peru picks it up. Mongosa cannot get up, and she passes it out to Stone.
It's 10 turnovers now on Rochester.
Peru with the basketball going to our left. Crow looks at the three, passes it up, settles for a 15-footer. It's no good. Dahlquist on the board. Emmett gives off to Ruff. Rochester runs. Ahead to Peterson. Peterson, right-handed layup, is good.
Peterson gets her first points of the day.
That thing kind of hung on the rim, and Peterson was begging for a little momentum to get that over, and it finally went. Rochester now up by 13. Baseball pass, almost picked off. There's Kelly to pick it off and pick it up. Her shot way off the mark. Offensive rebound to Crow. She'll put back the 18-footer, no good. Ball being tipped around. Brown comes out of there with it. Macy rips and runs. Rochester up by 13 at 26-13 with 3 to play in the third. Oh, give it to Murrah. Yeah, wide open three, right corner, on the way. No good, long rebound, comes down to Parks.
Ruff had 3 3-pointers in the first half. She's missed 3 here in the second half.
She had a great look there.
Yeah, it was wide open.
Pass goes to Crow, saves it going out of bounds. Ball being tipped around. Macy Brown comes out of the with it, saves him going out of bounds. And Dahlquist on the break. Left-handed layup on the way for Rochester is no good. And the rebound to Ruff. Ruff stands behind the arc on the right wing. Lob pass back door to Dahlquist. She puts it up again. No good, but a foul coming this time on Parks. And over to the line to shoot two.
Parks picks up her second. Team first of the half.
So at the line is Emma Dahlquist. She'll have 2 with 2:24 to play in the third. Rochester up 26-13.
Dahlquist still looking for her first points in the game.
Claire Bright and Isbell will come in after this first free throw by Dahlquist. The senior southpaw sets herself and fires the first one. And it's good, nothing but net. Bright is coming in for Dahlquist.
Dahlquist was kind of limited that first half as she banged that knee early in the game.
Yeah.
And went out.
Well, I think she took a shot in the chest this time. She was having a hard time catching her breath. Dahlquist has one more, looking to push this lead to 15. Emma's second one on the way. Eyes it, flies it, buys it. So Dahlquist comes out, and Claire Bright will get her first varsity action of the night. She'll come in. Come on in. And Rochester will be in a 2-3 zone with Brown and Ruff at the top of that 2-3 zone. Mongosa runs a point for the Tigers, with 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 15 at 28-13. Over the top of the defense to Stone. Thought about a three, passes it up. Dribbles left one time, step back three over Brown. Off the glass and in.
That's the first 3-pointer for Peru to go.
28-16. 2-3 zone again by Peru. No look past the Musselman at the free throw line. Jumper over the defense is no good. And Mongosa comes down with it and runs for Peru. Mongosa, middle of the floor. Nice defense by Ruff, who's going to tie her up. Oh, no, we're going to tie it out first. Timeout first. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ladies Evo Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
I am for the child. I'm for the child that has been abused or neglected. I'm for the child that has been moved from foster home to foster home. I'm for the child born addicted to drugs. You can't control where abused and neglected children come from, but you can help with where they end up. Lift up a child's voice, a child's life. Volunteer to be an advocate for a child in need of a voice. Call CASA of Fulton County to learn more.
Minute 47 to play in the third. Rochester up 28-16. After the Peru timeout, they have the basketball going to our left. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Brad Thomas on David Musselman. Stone, and we're going to have a legal screen. Is that going to be on 22?
I think it is.
Schnitz? It is.
Yeah, that's her first.
She must have cleared out. No, they should have to call her a hold. Turnover for Peru.
Hook with the elbow.
Okay. 100 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 12 at 28-16. Peru in a 2-3 zone of their own. Musselman is out of the game. Kinsey McKee back in with his Lady Zebras. Rough top of the key pass from Brown. Drifts to her left. Now back to her right. At the right elbow gives to Brown. Macy lob pass to McKee. Jumper over. The defense is no good. Ball, rebound fought for. Now we're going to have a foul on McKee. Let it go, young lady.
Yep. Well, McKee picks up her first. Team fourth.
Then a 17 to play in the third. 28-16 Rochester. Peru the basketball. They'll be coming to our left. 2-3 zone by the Lady Zebras. The 24 in. Bounce pass is tipped away. Ball loose. It's going to be taken away by Peru. And Bright just runs over Crow. Boy, Ruff did everything she could to get that thing tied up and just couldn't get the call. Minute 4 to play in the third.
Bright will pick up her first, team fifth.
Stone gets it into Crow. She'll run the point for Peru. Back to Crow, left wing, fakes a three, around the defense, gives to Kelly. Her jumper from the free throw line off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Brown. Macy rips and runs for Rochester. Middle of the floor now for Rochester. Works the left wing to Isbell. Her quick 15-footer short. And the rebound taken out of there by Peru, who traveled about 5 times doing that. Mongosa with the basketball. Bounce pass to Stone. Stays behind the arc on the left wing. She throws a shot up. It's all air ball. Saved from going out of bounds right into the hands of Ruff. Ruff runs for Rochester, and now she's going to be fouled by Crow with 28.5 to play in the third.
That'll be Crow's third. Team third.
Mo did a really good job sensing somebody coming up from behind her and kind of shuffled then down the floor and threw her butt into the defender, and the defender tried to come around her and steal the basketball, and it was whistle for the reach in. Winger into the basketball game for Crow, who has been running the point tonight for the Lady Tigers. 24 seconds, Rochester by 12. Rochester by 12. Macy Brown fakes a three, down low to Bright, turnaround jumper, way off the mark, and the rebound to Peru, and now Isbell is going to be called for over the back.
She had her hands on the ball. Unfortunately, the ball was in front of the Peru player.
16 seconds. Playing the third. Peru the basketball. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Mongosa runs a point now for the Lady Tigers. Winger around the defense to Mongosa. Her jumper is off the glass, no good. There's a scramble for the basketball. We're going to have a tie-up, and it's going to go to Rochester with 1.7. Rochester by 12. It's been at this 28-16 mark a while. 1.7, ladies. Yeah, no pressure in the backcourt. I like this. Mo's going to let it run. She picks up the ball with one. Half quarter at the buzzer off the glass and no good. After three, Rochester leads 28-16. You're listening to Ladies Evo Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Slow download, constant buffering, Wi-Fi dead zone? Let RTC help. The The customer support team at RTC Communications is here to help you with your internet connectivity.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, one of the support team members here at RTC. For a small fee, RTC offers a Wi-Fi health check where we will evaluate your in-home Wi-Fi network and assist you with common issues. See what RTC can do for you. Give us a call today.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit
We got a double dribble there, no call. Led most of this basketball game. They did trail 2-0 at one point, then Mo answered that quickly. Stone, left elbow, good defense by Isbell. Rochester now in man-to-man defense. Wegner. Out to Stone against Isbell.
Trying to find Parks in the paint.
Drives it left.
Dahlquist doing a good job.
She's fouling a shot and it goes in. Isbell got caught in the air, fouled on the shot, and Stone will go to the line to shoot one, looking to cut this lead to 9.
Isabel's second, team 7th.
Crow back in for Peru. 7:35 to play in the basketball game. Rochester by 10 right now. And Stone at the line to shoot one. The lefty free throw is no good. Isbell with the rebound. Goes to Ruff. Rochester's next action is Saturday night, as they're back in TRC action against the Mechanical Lady Braves. That's on the road.
Just down the road from here.
Ruff left side to Isbell, stands behind the arc left wing. Baseline Dahlquist, out to Isbell. Look to the three, now to Ruff. Face the three, drives around the defense. Goes to the basket, right-handed layup is short, and Musselman is going to be called for a foul. And she's still on the ground.
That's just the second on Musselman.
Holding her nose or something. Still down. And we'll take a timeout. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At First Federal Savings Bank, we can help you remodel your home, consolidate debt, or even provide some spending cash for you with our home equity line of credit.
Our standard home equity line of credit allows borrowers to draw funds for up to 10 years and comes with no closing costs for qualified customers.
Take advantage of this great opportunity. Contact one of our experienced mortgage lenders or apply online at firstfederalbanking.com.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Townhome Furnishings in Rochester is the place to shop for all of your furniture needs. Sofas, recliners, love seats, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, outdoor furniture, and more. All in your hometown. Stop out and see Don, Mary Kay, Linda, or Joe. They want to help you find the exact pieces to fit your needs. Shop online at townhomefurnishings.com.
Hometown service, down home style, Town Home Furnishings.
Welcome back to Peru High School. Well, Kennedy up under her own power, left the floor. She's on the bench. Nice thing is nobody's looking at her, trainer-wise, and Isbell three. Oh my good heavens, no good.
Way long.
That touched nothing but air, and it's going to go back to Peru. Rochester by 10 with 7 minutes to play in the game, 28-18. Isbell comes out of the game, and Coach Pfluger, I can almost guarantee you what she's saying. Look, we've got a 10-point lead. There's 7 minutes to play in the game. We don't have to take that shot. We're not trailing.
All right.
Let's learn how to play with the lead here.
Run some clock off first.
Stone loses the dribble, picked up by Peterson, lost again. Now we're going to tie up, and we'll go back to Rochester. Kennedy still on the bench. Nobody looking at her. Again, both trainers. Greg Battery. Christina Hughes talking to each other on the other end of the floor. I like it. Put her back in, Coach. Well for the basketball. 3-2 zone right now for Peru. High on the right side is Ruff. Top of the key to McKee. Left side to Brown. Brown around the defense in the corner. Dribbles away from the corner, gives to McKee. Her jumper from the free throw line is no good. Dahlquist with the rebound. Putback is no good. Coming against Peru. Nice work.
Yep, great job of getting in for the rebound and almost putting it back. That foul coming against Parks.
6:25 to play in the game. Dahlquist back at the line to shoot 2, looking to push this lead back to 12.
Dahlquist with just 2 free throws in the third.
Emma's first one. Lets her fly, and it's in and out, no good. She'll have one more. 6:25 to play in the game. Rochester by 10. And Dahlquist at the line for one more, and Musselman will come back into the game. I think she just needed a rest. Then she's, yeah. Second one for Dahlquist. This one is good for the senior. Rochester by 11 at 29-18. With 6:25 to play in the game. Full court press by the Lady Zebras. Pass is tipped out of bounds by Brown. Nice read by Macy Brown. Jumped the passing lane and knocked it out of bounds. So we'll try it again on the near sideline. Stone will look to trigger it in. Brad Thomas on David Musselman. Stone has her pass tipped out of bounds again by Ruff. And Rochester's the girls putting a pressure on. Peterson, Ruff, and Brown doing a really good job of smothering the receivers.
Well, they're anticipating the passing lane and getting in the way of the ball.
Now on the baseline again. Stone looks to get it in. Fakes the pass, still looking to get it in. Does so to Crow. Crow is going to be fouled by Ruff.
That was stupid. Morgan's got 3 fouls. I don't think any of them were the kind of fouls that a senior should be picking up.
So Peru will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. The last time we'll be there will be the double bonus after that with 6:20 to play in the game. Rochester by 11, and Crow at the line to shoot 1 in the bonus for the Lady Tigers.
If you want to stop that drive on the baseline, beat her to the baseline, put your foot down.
Yep.
Don't run on her hip and hope you don't get called for it.
Free throw is in and out, no good. And Musselman with the rebound. Kennedy hands off to Ruff. Rochester runs up by 11. 6:15 to play in the game. Ruff stands between the rings, high on the left side to Brown. Macy with it, dribbles a couple of times to her right. Now outside to Peterson. Peterson to her left, gives top to Dahlquist. She dribbles to the elbow, outside to Ruff. Mo studies, left wing, wrap around pass to Musselman. 3 on the way, is short. Peterson to the rebound, put back is no good, but a foul coming on Parks, and that's going to send Kalina Peterson to the line to shoot 2.
And Parks will pick up her 4th.
I think that's another conversation you have with your senior saying, look, we're up by 11. You know what? You don't have a lot of success. You don't have a lot of, you haven't shot a whole lot. Let's pass it around and work some more clock. Peterson's free throw is good. Wasn't a bad shot. She was wide open. I just don't think it was
necessary.
Needed right then.
Yeah, exactly.
5:53 to play in the game. Peterson with 1 more freebie. She eyes the second one and lets it fly, and it's short. And the rebound to Peru. 30-18. Rochester up with 5:45 to play in the game.
Ruff had 10 points at halftime. She leads the Lady Zebras in scoring, and she hasn't scored the second half.
Charlie Pocock into the game and turns the Tigers over, gives to Brown. Mo is out of the game right now. Macy to Peterson, down low to Musselman against a double team. Kennedy puts a shot up softly, no good. Rebound to Peru, and Peterson just picked up a cheap foul, and that's going to send the Tigers to the line to shoot 2. 30-18. Rochester with 5.5 to play in the game. Scoring real quick.
Ruff with 10. Musselman with 9 for Rochester. Stone with 9 for Peru.
Free throw for Stone is no good. Back into the game is Weeks, and coming out is Parks, I believe, she has 4.
Yep.
Yeah. 5.5 to play in the game. Rochester by 12. Ruff back in. And Peterson to sit with 3. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Again, don't forget, Saturday night, our next broadcast here on WROI, the Lady Zebras will travel to Mechanical to battle the Lady Braves. Second one for Stone. Good this time on the line drive. 30-19 Rochester. Mo walks it up the floor. Peru in a 2, I'm going to call it a 3-2. Could be a 2-1-2. Brown in the corner to Pocock. Back to Brown, who gives off to Morgan. Middle of the floor. Looks baseline to Ruff. Make that to Pocock. Raw pass inside to Musselman. Kennedy, jumper. High off the glass and in. She's got 11, and it's 32-19. Under 5 to play in the game. I thought maybe she was too far under the basket to get that one to go.
Just about was, wasn't she?
Stone looked at the shot, no good. Passes it up, gives to Crow. Outside to Mongosa. Couple of dribbles to her right. Back to Crow at the elbow. Jumper is short. And the rebound, the basketball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Peru. It'll go back to Rochester, up by 11 points. 32-19. How about 12 points?
13.
13 points.
I knew you'd get there. I was just waiting.
It's been a long day. Pocock, Allison to Bridle. Rough around the defense to Pocock. Charlie now Rough on the right wing. Musselman down low, backs away, and good move. Throws a shot up. It's good again. 34-19. 15-point lead.
Yeah, sure.
4:10 to play in the game. Yeah. Good heaven. Oh, yep, good call. Yep, and the official right there to see it. Good call. 34-19 Rochester, 4:06 to play in the game. JV game tonight went to Rochester over Peru, 24-23, and a buzzer beater by Sadie Brown. She also led the Lady Zebras in scoring with 6. Rough with the basketball, 2-3 zone now for Peru. High on the left side is Brown. One dribble to her right, back to Ruff, 2 drifts to the right wing. Free throw line to Dahlquist, feeds down low to Musselman. Kennedy, tough shot, no good, gets a roll rebound. Misses the second shot and Peru the rebound. Boy, they are beating the hell out of her down low.
There's a lot of contact down there that's not getting called.
Stone to Mongosa. Mongosa the floater out of bounds off the front of the rim, no good. And there's a foul. Coming up on Kelly, who rode the back of Musselman, and Kennedy will shoot one in the bonus.
She's only been getting away with it for 3 quarters. I don't know why they would choose to call it now.
That should send Musselman to the line for one in the bonus as Megan Nile comes in and Charlie Pocock to sit. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 3:38 to play in the game. Rochester up 34 to... That was a 17th foul, wasn't it?
I got 6.
Well, can't count, and obviously I'm not paying attention to the game. Oh, Ruff almost travels, gives the Nile high on the left side, back to Ruff, now right side to Brown. In the corner to Dahlquist, back to Brown, top to Ruff. Swings left side to Nile, high on the left side. One dribble in the corner to Dahlquist. Emma back to Nile, now back to Ruff in the middle of the floor. Law pass down low to Dahlquist. Ball going to be tipped out of bounds by Peru. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. 3:10 to play in the game. Rochester up 34-19. It'll be Rochester basketball to bounds baseline right. Macy will trigger it in. Looking, gets it into Ruff in the corner. Mo dribbles away from the defense. Now backs it out behind the 3-point line. Looking for the passing lane to Kennedy. Gets it into Kennedy. Backs her way in. And a skip pass to Dahlquist. Dahlquist over the top of the defense to Brown. And Macy dribbles to left. In the corner now, under 3 to play. Down low to Dahlquist. Emma. Turnaround jumper's no good, and Ruff is going to be fouled on a rebound, and that's going to send Mo to the line to shoot one of the bonuses. Mongosa going to be called for the foul.
Mongosa picks up her first. I thought Kennedy did a good job when she got the ball down low. She came clean and free right there at the end. If she had just gone up with a bucket, she probably would have been up on the free throw line, I think, with Kelly all over her back.
Mo's free throw in and out, no good, and the rebound tipped around, and we're going to have a foul coming on Rochester. Is that going to be Dahlquist? Regardless, that's going to send Kelly to the line to shoot 2 for Peru with 2:52 to play in the game. Rochester up 34-19.
Dahlquist picks up her second.
McKee will come in after the first free throw. Kelsey make that Kelsey Kelly, a 5'9" sophomore, will shoot free throws for Peru.
He's just 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Kelsey's free throw is thrown to the basket and it goes in. 14-point lead now for Rochester. McKee back in and Musselman to sit. She might be done.
I would think so. Got another game here in about 36 hours.
Kelly's second one off the back of the rim, no good. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. It'll go back to Rochester.
So Musselman's going to be finished with 13 tonight.
Including a big 3 from the left wing. Hoorah! 2:45 to play in the game. 34-20. Rochester on top. Nile in the paint. Running around the defense. Throws a pass Dahlquist feet, she picks it up, now to Brown, jumper from the elbow, short. Dahlquist with the rebound, put back, no good. McKee grabs the rebound, she puts it back up, no good. And the rebound to Peru, and Dahlquist just going to pick up foul number 3.
Yep. McKee and Dahlquist got good looks at the bucket, but just threw it back and forth to each other.
2:29 to play in the game. Rochester by 14, and going to the line is freshman, going to make that sophomore, Julia Weeks, the 5'7" sophomore. And she'll have 2 freebies for the Peru Tigers. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Weeks had a nice JV game. First one for the right-hander is no good off the back of the rim. And that's where they've struggled. They hit their free throws. This is a totally different game.
Well, they've had 9 free throws attempts here in this fourth quarter. They only had 2 in the previous 3 quarters.
The second one off the back.
But they only hit 2 of those, 2 of 10 in the fourth quarter from the line.
Brown rips and runs at the free throw line, kicks it out to Nile. Megan, left side to Ruff. Ruff around the defense in the paint, jump pass to Dahlquist, layup is good! Great look by Morgan Ruff, who had the defense on her hip, and by the time she got to the paint, there was only one person left to come up and stop the basketball, and she realized that and dumped it to Emma. Crow. Right wing pass to Mongosa, 2 to play in the game. Rochester up by 16 at 36-20. Ball off the foot of Mongosa, picked up by Weeks. Weeks fakes left and travels. Make that Stone fakes left and travels. So Sierra Weathers will come into the game for the first time, and she'll replace Macy Brown. Yep.
Brown will finish with just a 3-pointer. Rochester had 5 3-pointers in this ball game, 4 of them in the first half.
Into the game for Peru is, I believe, Holtz. She had a good JV game. She's had a nice looking stroke at the free throw line. She replaces Weeks. Minute 50 to play in the game. Rochester up by 16 at 36-20. Dahlquist high on the left side, gives back to Mo. Peru now in a man-to-man defense. We have not seen this very much tonight.
No.
Dahlquist around the defense and travels. Timeout Peru. I'm sorry, Rochester. Timeout Rochester. It's a 60. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Hey everybody, I got exciting news. Country Lanes has a new state-of-the-art scoring system.
Come out, let your kids be mesmerized by the animated backgrounds. Take a safari trip to Jungle Jive or an outer space adventure in Cosmic Crush. Themes like the Kecklers or High Seas will entertain your little ones for hours. Choose extreme sports or click on Ninja Strike for martial arts. This high-spirited atmosphere is way cheaper than Cedar Point. Come out and visit Country Lanes for all your bowling fun.
Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basics.
Oh, Mo. Just shoot it.
After the timeout, Rochester has the basketball. Nile straightaway 3 is off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Peru. Minute 20 to play in the game. Rochester by 16. Lady Zebra is going to improve to 3-2 overall. More importantly, 1-0. Yes, she did. 1-0 in the TRC. And we'll have a day to prepare for the Mechanical Braves. We go there on Saturday at the 6:15 JV start. Minute 5 to play. Peru just holding. Okay.
Yeah, let him.
Crow the basketball. Over the top to Stone, fakes a 3 at the free throw line. Nice hands by Weathers. Ball tipped away and stolen by Ruff. Mo brings up the 4:50. Lob pass to Dahlquist through her hands out of bounds. It'll go back to Peru. .24. Maya's going to come into the game, and she'll replace Dahlquist.
Weeks will take it out of bounds for Peru at the other end.
I was just told by Alan Sager that Mechanical has a C-team game on Saturday at 5.
Holy cow.
It will not be against Rochester, I doubt.
Well, I don't know.
But they're going to play somebody in a freshman game, I suppose. C-team game. So 35 seconds, Rochester by 16. Peru holds the basketball. Kelly for three over Maya is no good. And the rebound putback is good for Peru.
Is that 20?
No way. So he's saying it's against Rochester. I don't think we have enough bodies to play a JV, C-team, and varsity game. Ruff with the basketball at 15. Ruff works to the right wing with 12. Now backs it out with 10. Rochester up by 14 at 36-22 with 7. That's going to do it. Rochester's going to go on the road and win the first conference game of the year by a final of 36-22. Post-game show coming up next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.